Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be ranking all of Ash's Kanto gym battles, including all rematches and obviously the original battle. If you enjoy this series, please drop a like on the video, and then I'll make the video for the Johto gym battles as well. Coming up at the bottom spot was Ash versus Team Rocket. This battle was just all over the place. Team Rocket installed a shock system to hurt the trainer every time their Pokemon took damage. It also ended up with Team Rocket bringing out their own Pokemon along with the 3 that had been given by Giovanni. It was just structurally a mess and it deserved to be right at the bottom. The less said about this battle, the better. But Ash manages to beat them in typical blast off Team Rocket fashion, and the badge somehow falls exactly for Ash to catch. What are the chances? Next up is the Ash vs Sabrina rematch. This battle was just ridiculous, not a lot really happens. Ash manages to get a powerful Thunderbolt off on Kadabra, but Kadabra just uses Recover and it takes about 2 seconds before it gets back to full health, which seemed really OP. But after this, Haunter shows up again and makes Sabrina laugh, which renders Kadabra useless because they were connected through psychic abilities. I think the battle could have been handled so much better and therefore is one of the worst Kanto gym battles. Next up is Ash vs Brock. Ash's first ever gym battle against our boy Brock. This was not really a battle to remember, it barely lasted 2 minutes. Ash being a rookie at this point, he sent in Pikachu against Brock's Onix. Pikachu was easily caught in Onix's bind, and because of its immunity to electric types, there was nothing Ash could have done. This is by far one of the weakest battles, and nothing really happens, so there's not too much to say about this one. Next is Ash vs Koga. As the gym battles go on, these become harder to rank because a lot of them are similar. The battle lasts barely 2 minutes again, but Ash seems to be using his head. He brings out Pidgeotto to face Koga's Venonat, and then he brings out Charmander afterwards, which both have a type advantage, which also leads to the greatest line in anime history.
A Metamorphosis attack!
No, it just evolved!
Venomoth!
So after Venonat evolves into Venomoth, Charmander cuts through its Stun Spore using Flamethrower, and that's the end of the battle because once again, this battle was interrupted by Team Rocket. I swear it will get better in Johto. Ash vs Lieutenant Surge. Much like the previous episode, this was a really quick battle. Despite the episode being amazing and one of my favourites, the first battle was very underwhelming. It only lasted a few minutes and Pikachu was easily defeated. Raichu took him down with a flurry of attacks and Pikachu didn't even get to use a move. Next up is Ash vs Sabrina. Right, so this is where things got pretty weird. Ash ends up forfeiting the match because he's getting beat down pretty badly by Sabrina's Kadabra. It's not really much of a battle. Ash tried to use Thunderbolt to surround the arena, but Kadabra just sent it straight back at Pikachu with Psychic. One good point to this battle was it got to show off a Psychic Pokemon's abilities and unique style of battling, but other than that it was another poor battle. Next up is Ash vs Koga Part 2. So the rematch between Ash and Koga was pretty cool. It was outside of his gym on a grassy field and it's been reanimated in black and white, so it's one I like to remember. But the battle itself is incredibly dull. It lasts under 2 minutes and barely any moves are used. It starts off with some decent defensive play from Ash's Charmander, using Ember to stop Golbat's Gust, but after that nothing really happens. Charmander uses Fire Spin to trap Golbat and it gets knocked out with just one hit. Now let's remember, this is Koga who becomes an Elite Four member, and he's just been knocked out with one Fire Spin, which is a 35 hit power move. Another reminder that Kanto gym battles really weren't done right. Next up is Ash vs Misty. So here's another battle which was interrupted by Team Rocket. This battle was going quite well and I would have loved to see who would have won. My guess would have been Ash. Ash seemed a lot more competent in this battle. He managed to take down Misty's Starmie with his Pidgeotto, and the battle between Butterfree and Staryu seemed pretty even. The problem with this battle was obviously that it didn't get to see a conclusion, and everything we did see was kind of boring. There was no standout attacks or strategies. This battle would have been a lot better if we saw a Pikachu battle, since he could have hit Misty's water types with some super effective damage. Also, I enjoyed the use of the water battlefield in this episode. How Misty Staryu washed the Sunspore off underneath the water was really cool. Next up is Ash vs Brock Part 2. The second match between these two is nearly just as bad as the first. It starts off with Ash sending in Pidgeotto to battle Geodude and getting beaten straight away because of its weakness to rock types. Then after Ash's training with Flint, Pikachu comes back and takes out Geodude, which just shouldn't be allowed full stop. Pikachu once again gets binded like the first match, but thanks to some BS with the sprinklers going off, Onix gets weakened and loses its control. Ash then gives up the battle because he doesn't want to win this way, which shows a good heart of Ash's. This battle is just slightly better than the first one because it lasts a bit longer, but because Pikachu's electric attack affecting Brock's Geodude, which is part ground type, it puts the battle down a lot. And the battle didn't finish properly, but Ash gets the badge anyway, which is one of the traits of Kanto gym battles. This battle, along with the battle before, could probably be interchangeable. Next up is Ash vs Erica. This battle wasn't actually too bad considering it was yet another to get interrupted by Team Rocket. We see some nice moves from Erica and her Tangela to take Bulbasaur out of play easily, and then Ash actually uses his head and brings in Charmander to take out Erica's Weeping Bell with a Flamethrower Skull Bash combination. So we get a few decent matchups before the battle actually stops. Pikachu is about to come in to face Erica's Gloom, but it ends just before. Pikachu looks so confident, and I'd love to see the finish of this battle. It was disappointing that Ash just got given the gym badge. I wish there would have been another episode to replay the battle. It's not like they didn't have time to do that. The third spot is Ash vs Blaine. I quite enjoyed this battle. Ash was totally outclassed by Blaine, and it really shows why he's the 7th gym leader. Ninetales easily beats Squirtle despite its type disadvantage, and then Charizard refuses to battle, which shows again why Ash just wasn't ready to battle Blaine. He hadn't trained his Pokemon well enough. Pikachu put up a really good fight in this battle, and it shows how strong Pikachu had become at this point. Defeats Rhydon again. Somehow an electric type attack affected the Rhydon through anime logic. But aside from this, it does well and also puts up a good battle against Magmar. But in the end, Ash makes the right decision to call it a day and forfeit the match. I enjoyed this battle because it shows how Ash is struggling, and it really gives him a wake up call to how far he needs to progress. In the second spot is Ash vs Lieutenant Surge, the rematch. This battle was great, with the ongoing story in the episode to whether Pikachu wanted to evolve to try and surpass Surge's Raichu. It created a massive sense of relief when Pikachu finally overcame it. The strategy that Brock came up with helped Ash out a lot, which was focusing on Pikachu's speed, since Raichu never learnt these strategies because he evolved straight away. Pikachu used its speed in battle to avoid the hits from Raichu, until finally Raichu burnt itself out and overused its power. With a great tactic in the end from Pikachu avoiding the electric attack by using its tail as a lightning rod. This was a fun battle and one of the best in Kanto. Also, I love that this has been referenced in the new Pocket Monsters episode and possibly hints at an Ash vs Surge Part 3. But coming in at number 1, by far the best gym battle in Kanto, had to be Ash vs Blaine, the rematch. It had a great battlefield, using an open volcano to fight, using 3 levels of it and even going inside the lava. And finally Ash gets to battle with his Charizard for the first time. And it's the first time that Charizard actually obeys him after being motivated to battle by Magmar. Magmar ends up dragging Charizard down into the lava, and Charizard still manages to survive the heat and take Magmar above the battlefield and end it all with one last seismic toss, his signature move. The battle was awesome to watch for the first time. Seeing Ash's Charizard finally obey him got me hyped. Unfortunately, it was the only one up until the Orange Islands, but this battle by far outranks any other in Kanto region, and that's why it's number 1 for my favourite gym battle in the Kanto region. What are your thoughts on the Kanto gym battles? I know there's a lot of the same type of battles, and a lot of them get interrupted by Team Rocket, so a lot of them are disappointing, but the Johto gym battles are much better. Please like this video if you want to see a part 2 of me ranking all of the Johto gym battles. Please like and subscribe if you did enjoy, and I'll see you next time.